We made a fucking rule on this podcast that we're not going to fix anything that's not broke. Okay? Gangbangs and fast food are never going to be an episode, all right?
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
We're never going to fix birthday cake.
Oh, my God.
That's such a misnomer. People are...
Don't make up words.
God damn it, Mason. Mason's from Arkansas. He's from Arkansas. You'll legit.
I'm from
Boston,
Iowa, actually.
Nice.
Boston?
You're not from. He's not from
No,
Boston.
he's not
Don't let
from
him fucking bullshit you for a
Arkansas,
second.
really?
I've had comics come up to me. They're like, "Hey, do you know Mason?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's one of my best friends." He goes, "I did Kennedy with that guy this weekend, and it was terrifying."
Give him the dog. We put on Bullet Train.
Yeah.
We have a good time.
He puts on Bullet Train. He puts box fans everywhere. Chalks out what he likes to call a gagger.
Yeah.
Okay, a fucking rail the size of my fucking middle.
line.
Yeah, it's a Mason line. And he goes, "Here you go." And the guy goes, "Am I supposed to do this?" He goes, "Yep, both of them." And then he does it. And then he goes, "I woke up," and Mason's like, "We're gonna be fine, dude. Don't worry about it."
No, I say, you want to do it again?
Oh my God, yeah.
Folks, now here we go. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Drooling Banjos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Today we have a very special guest. She was on the original cast of Teen Mom on MTV. She is a best-selling author, stand-up comedian, and her special just dropped today. Please check it out. Guys, Farrah Abraham's in the studio. Woo!
Thanks for having me,
Nice.
guys. Is this how we do the claps? You just tap
Yeah.
that?
You don't. We
Just
clap.
You'll
beat that
throw
on.
you'll throw it in a
Yeah.
post. Yeah.
Beat the mic.
If you want to, you just throw that thing across the fucking room. It's okay. Oh,
Well,
my
thanks
God.
for having me, guys. Seriously.
No, we're super excited to have
No,
you.
we're happy to be here. First of all, let's talk about your special. How you feeling about that? First one out the gate.
Yeah, I feel good. I'm not going to say it was everything of my choice in the edit. I think I was like going back and forth with their editor all week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's the first one, and I'm just like letting it go. Like sometimes you just got to surrender and just be like, there she is.
For sure. Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I don't know, like 2 weeks.
Perfect.
No, okay. So
It's incredible. I
So
love
I
it.
like Trey.
I love it. I love it.
Love it.
Okay, so I met Trey 2 days after starting comedy, and I was judging a roast battle.
At the
Yeah.
Comedy Mothership. Yeah.
at
And
the
that's how
Comedy
fucking...
Mothership. Yeah.
Where'd you film the special at?
That was Manhattan,
Spearmint
New
Rhino?
York, Spearmint Rhino.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do my research. I'm good at this
Is that a
shit.
strip club?
That's
no,
a
it's
strip club.
Oh,
That's
damn
a
it.
gentleman's club.
I was gonna be like, no, it's a Bible study group,
So you just knew it
motherfucker.
off the top of your head?
No, I've heard New York comics talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why you're gonna fit well with our audience, because a few weeks ago we fixed strip clubs.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
does that mean? You
So
fixed?
yeah, so the
We
concept
fixed
of the
stuff.
show is every week we have us three. You're actually our first guest that we've ever had with all three of us here. Normally
Yeah.
we only
Great.
have guests when somebody's missing, but every week we come into the show with a problem. A world problem is the way it started. We fix poverty,
Water.
Guys, we have
water.
some world problems going on. You're talking to a mom.
Yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
to hear some shit?
I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
We've already fixed.
So we fixed-
child raising.
Yeah.
And we think you would be a great fit. Also, you're a mother and
Okay.
you have a teenager.
Yeah.
And I think we would be it'd be in our good best interest to fix. Parenting.
But what about this whole other thing that's in the news? And like women have been talking to me about it all weekend. And they were like, oh my God, should I talk about it? Like you're with your daughter. But luckily I'm not with my child right now.
Okay.
So the whole like gangbang a teacher thing.
Yeah, no, we were into it.
Is that
we're into it.
the Bonnie Blue?
Actually-
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm like,
No,
are you the three boys that she did it with?
Actually, fair enough. We have a, hey, we have a guest for you. Come on out. Your
yeah,
daughter
here
is
she
here.
comes.
what,
she's
what
a-
happened? What gangbang?
Okay,
Yeah.
may I?
She's a free agent.
Mason's like, I've seen every gangbang there is to see.
No, I don't like that many peckers.
Okay,
No.
Jesus Christ. So pretty much what she's talking about is
There's
there's
your
a
butt.
there's a teacher who had a group chat with a bunch of students and they were talking about gangbanging her and she got fired, which is bullshit.
It wasn't even talking about it. It was real. And her husband was threatening to kill these middle school boys. These were middle school boys.
So they're the coolest kids in school.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, apparently they were having a hard time
Yeah.
Getting it up around the
Yeah.
other boys. I hear that.
That's such a
Yeah.
misnomer. People are
Don't make up words.
God damn it, Mason. Mason's from Arkansas. He's from Arkansas. You'll legit.
I'm
I'm from
from
Boston,
Iowa.
actually.
Nice.
Boston?
You're not from. He's not from
No, he's
Boston.
not
Don't
from
let him
Boston.
fucking bullshit you for a
Arkansas.
second.
My aunt's in Arkansas. Catfish.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you're legit Arkansas, but
Where's she? What part of Arkansas?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll move on.
Perfect.
She's just
Anyway.
got a she's just got a catfish pond.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the show.
Just over there. Just
Yeah, because we're
over there just
that's
fucking
what
with fucking with people on
Listen.
Facebook in a watering hole. I hear that.
Yeah.
Dude.
She's doing it.
So no, I do think it's a common misnomer though. People think like, oh, dude, you had sex with a teacher? That's so cool if
It's
you're
awesome.
a guy.
Yeah.
It's not, man. Like when I was doing the youth minister thing and fucking older lady, it was weird.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Now I'm 30 and have still have a weird relationship with sex and my life, you know.
Yeah.
What kind of weird relationship?
What have you not, you've known me for years? Have I ever had a steady,
I don't think it's
steady,
weird. I think you have a
steady,
healthy relationship with it.
Oh my God.
What do you
Are you guys parents?
No.
I got a dog.
Okay.
I got a. All right.
I'm a dog mom. You're a dog dad. Okay.
I got a dog, but he's not mine. I'm raising it.
Yeah, you're not the. You're,
I'm not a dog dad. I'm a dad dog that stepped up. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
there it is.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't.
good.
I haven't told my dog that he's adopted yet.
Yeah.
He's
so
black. You don't think he knows?
I'm raising him like he's white.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like there's this whole thing that we missed in the conversation of this. Like, I know you guys see it as like, oh, how would I feel if I fucked a teacher? Well,
I've done it.
My whole focus of this whole thing, because I really didn't care about anything else in the fucking and any of that, was like the whole date rape scenario where like one of the middle schooler boys was like, I was date raped. He was trying to bring it up. He just didn't know how to talk about it. His mom was also like seeing Snapchats, and I am a parent. I am a trophy mom. And when I am seeing like all these fucking receipts, all those fucking receipts
Yeah.
of like a teacher, like if that was my son, I would be like, oh, I'm gonna sue that bitch, and she ain't ever gonna show up to school again.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Well,
No,
it is
it's for sure
statutory.
illegal,
How-
and I
Statutory
get
rape,
that.
for
I know,
sure.
but it's like she's buying him alcohol, she's buying him marijuana, she's spending thousands and thousands of dollars of like, you know, date rape vibes.
Yeah.
And like, how as a parent do you not step in and see this? Like, I can tell immediately if someone's trying to like get my daughter to lie to me. And so I just cut off even family. I'm
Yeah.
like, no one gets in between me and my daughter. Like,
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
way to parent.
Were the boys that were involved in the gangbang thing?
Yeah.
Were they like tall and like older looking?
I never saw a picture. Did you guys see photos?
I
No,
would- you
I
would
tried to
hope
find the
that they
video,
wouldn't
but
put
it
They're
wasn't
probably,
there.
yeah,
out.
they're probably trying to protect their identities because they're underage.
Right. And
hope
it's also
they-
like another step beyond that. Like there's so many layers to this, right?
Yeah.
A, it's an inappropriate teacher-student relationship. B, there's alcohol and drugs involved. And C, they're not high school level to where they're like
Yeah, middle
almost-
school's a
Yeah, like I mean, the age of consent in a lot of states varies from like 16 to 18, but these guys are in fucking middle school,
I think
which
New
is
13.
Jersey's 14.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, 13, 14, and 15 were their ages.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah.
That is.
You know they're
too-
making.
yeah,
you know they're
it's-
making fun of the one that went last too. You
Well, I
know?
will tell you this.
He was like,
for the
guys, I was there. Be like, yeah, but you went last, Tommy. You know
for
what I
the
mean?
kids that were involved, I would feel like that's not as embarrassing as the person that was doing it. That's like way more
Oh, yeah.
gross. But those kids are probably like kings right now.
Oh yeah, they're living it up. dude.
They're like probably the most popular kids in school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But that's
I don't
also the
know.
thing about children too is they think they're kings, but they also don't understand that they've been fucking
Yeah, they got
victimized and they're traumatized.
molested.
Yeah, they got
Right.
molested.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna have to like watch people go fucking sounding in their peckers to get hard.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is that?
Jesus, man.
Because it's like they're so sexualized
Look up
at the
sounding?
beginning
Yeah,
of
if you
their
look at what
life.
sounding is,
It's where they shove rods.
No,
in
we
penises.
know what sounding is, Mason.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you know what sounding.
I was just thinking of the
I'm a
worst thing
Christian.
I could think of.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's get off this gangbang subject then. Anyway,
I
Well,
have
I
a
thought you
question.
guys were fixing America, but that really needs to be fixed.
Fair.
Okay?
the boys fix gang.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, this one's for you today.
hey, listen, we made a fucking rule on this podcast that we're not going to fix anything that's not broke. Okay,
Gangbangs are
gangbangs and fast food are never going to be an episode. All right.
Okay.
birthday cake.
Birthday
We're
cake.
never gonna fix birthday
Okay.
cake.
Oh my god! All right.
I had a question. I was
Yeah.
wondering, how did you go about getting on that TV show?
Yeah, how did that happen? How'd you become teen mom? Obviously, we know you became a teen mom, but
Yeah, totally. I was doing a it's called Barbizon. It still exists to this day. So you're like learning how to do like theater makeup, walk, model, like all this stuff.
oh, I did something very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
He
still
was
do
in a
it.
movie with Jackie Chan.
I'm a failed
it.
child actor. What's up?
Oh my God, love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So yeah, I was doing that and I had a coach. They always give you coaches. I ended up getting pregnant. This was like a 6-month program. In that 6 months, I got pregnant. Then I just came forward and I was like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. I can't go out for all these other jobs and stuff that you're sending me anymore. I just don't feel right doing it. And then she was like, cool. it's not a big deal, Farrah. Like, I'll find you things for pregnant teen moms. Like, she literally was like the one person with a bright outlook, and I was raised around people with negative, condescending outlooks, and it's taken me a long time to get all that out of my brain. So yeah, she still checks in with me till this day, and she's always so proud of me.
I love that.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Banjos, guys, thank you so much for supporting the podcast, and we are very, very grateful for our sponsor, National Disgrace. You guys can go to nationaldisgrace.biz and use promo code Banjos for 20% off anything on the site. Listen, they got hats, beanies, bucket hats, sweaters, shirts, tank tops, right? Anything you want, guys. We are so grateful for this sponsor for helping us out, and we thank you guys for supporting the show. And like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much.
Which season or year were you on Teen Mom?
The first
The
one.
original.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like OG status. So 16 and pregnant, and then teen mom, and then all the other teen moms and all the other one-offs
Yeah.
and stuff around the world with it.
Cool.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
ask you this: how old were you when you got pregnant?
I was 16.
16. And how old's your daughter now?
Let me think about that. My daughter just turned 16.
Okay, so being someone who got pregnant at such a young age, and now you see your daughter. I think there's a weird thing about age where whenever you are a certain age, like you feel so much older and so much more like, oh, I'm responsible. But then you see someone, you're like, oh, when I was 21, I thought I had it all figured out, but now I see a 1-year-old, and I'm like, dude, you have no fucking idea, right? Is it kind of surreal being like, wow, at this age, my career in entertainment was kind of starting, and like imagining that for your daughter? Or, I mean, not imagining that she would take the same route, but is that kind of surreal?
Yeah, so that's why I actually started ketamine this past year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mason loves it. You ever watch Bullet Train?
You're doing
No.
it like with a doctor, I'm assuming. right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Ketamine rules.
Ketamine
Yeah.
rules.
She said ketamine, and Mason's face started
Mason's like,
twitching.
it's like
So
a dog. It's like a dog when you're like, want to go to the park? He's like, what?
Yeah.
Watch it on Bullet Train with the ceiling fan on high.
So do you like get your ketamine sent to your house?
No, he buys it from somebody.
I
He buys it
procure
from
it.
a guy. Yeah.
Okay. So I
From
got
Shiloh.
I've done it. My ex-wife had a clinic.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
so I've done it where they shoot you up with it, and then you like do intramuscular.
Okay, so I do it like chew.
Cool.
Oh, chew, not
Yeah.
the nasal either.
Nope, just put it in my cheek and
got
I rock
ketamine
out
backer?
for 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
do you,
what I do.
Do you go into like a K-hole if you're doing it in the mouth?
I mean, I don't know what I just thought it was like higher self. I don't call them K-holes. I'm just like, shit, I feel like I'm close to Jesus.
Yeah, you need to do a gagger and then roll around on the floor for like 45
Hey,
minutes.
Mason, maybe fucking not, huh?
Maybe not.
Maybe don't tell her to do
There's
a
only
dagger.
one. Yeah, there's only one parent I need to live in my
Jesus
situation.
Christ. Anyway, back to your daughter. I'm sorry about that.
But I love ketamine, and I finish those rounds. And by the way, I do insurance with doctors, and it's like free.
Gotcha.
So-
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah, I heard
Giant
there's-
free ketamine.
I heard there's huge breakthroughs in ketamine therapy and like psilocybin and stuff
it's
like that.
curing PTSD and
Yeah,
depression.
yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of vets are using it to
Big
fix their
time.
shit. Yeah,
They
Big
should.
time.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
should. I mean, I went to a trauma program here in Austin, Texas, and no one was talking about ketamine there. There was all sorts of, stuck points that people were having. And even though I was like taking vitamins, scanning my brain, doing all these things, like I put money on it. Like if any mom or dad is still like struggling with anything being a parent, like I put money on ketamine. If you have them monitoring your body and all your stuff like I have, you're going to come out like a success. So yeah, every Monday I do it. So tomorrow I'm going to get
cool.
ready to
Cool.
do it again.
I manifest a lot of cool. I get a lot of spots after I do ketamine.
Yeah, that's why I started comedy. I actually got like the whole thought when I was in a ketamine treatment. I was just like, okay, I'm going to it. Spearmint Rhino showed out of nowhere. I didn't even look for it. And then yeah, it's like the wildest thing.
It's awesome. I love
just
it.
like ketamine, like rock. So like from December to now, I've just totally changed. Like it's crazy.
I've
It
only-
really is life changing.
I've only done-
I was doing ketamine before it was for therapy. When I started doing ketamine, it was so you would trip harder on acid.
And it was also the
Okay.
50s because he's old as fuck. Anyway.
Yeah, looking
We're the
good.
same
Ketamine
age,
just-
so you should tell him to fuck off.
Oh my God. All right.
First of all, you're 41 years old.
I am not.
I know
not.
you can't add 16 and 16 together, but
Yeah, it equals 37.
and
I'm not 37.
I got put in
I'm
the-
34.
I got put in
33.
okay, fucking math
hold on,
time's
hold
over.
on, hold on,
Math
no, hold on,
stinks.
hold on, hold on. What is 16 plus 16 actually?
32.
There
we
you
go.
All right, hit
I got-
the fucking horns.
I got
for
put
him.
in a K-hole by a doctor one time. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, because
Oh, really?
Almost died at a rodeo when I was in
Yeah.
high school, and I don't do IVs very
Yeah.
well. Like I don't. So I had an asthma attack at a rodeo and almost died. And then
Bring in the ketamine.
yeah, so they rushed me to the hospital and they were like, yeah, 5 more minutes, you'd have been dead. That was pretty cool. And then they were like, hey, they started my IV while I was passed out, and I was like, all right, well, whatever. And then they're like, hey, we have to life flight you. We're gonna have to start another IV in your arm. And I was like, fuck no, you're not gonna do that to me. And they're like, we're gonna do it. And they started, and nurses started to hold me down, and I'm fucking jacked, right? So I'm just like fucking, and then they're like, hit him with the ketamine. I'm like, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I was like, I'm on a helicopter. This is sick. Yeah, it was.
that's how they saved all those Chilean kids.
What?
ketamine.
All those kids, they got trapped in the tunnel, and when they went down there with their coach,
Yeah.
and they all got
this
stuck
the
because the
gangbang thing
water.
again?
No, because the water started filling up, and they all got stuck. So they had to go spelunking to get
Yeah.
them, and then they had to dose them all with ketamine to get them out, so they wouldn't freak out.
I'm also just baffled. Do you know what spelunking
Yeah.
means?
I don't know what that is.
That's where you go cave diving.
Oh, okay.
One
Except
is
for-
to spelunk,
Yeah,
to spelunk.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
pretty cool. Pull it up. Argentina.
Yeah, I would love to
children
see.
being trapped.
Okay, don't type that in. Don't type that
Don't
in.
type it in exactly like that.
There's a movie about it. It's on Netflix.
Okay, so why isn't there a special on Netflix about how ketamine is literally saving the world?
I'll give it 6 months. There's
Oh,
gonna be
you
something
mean
on
as
there.
far as the
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
that we're doing it?
Well,
No,
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 it's
you guys are
literally-
not doing it the same way.
It's
You're putting it
literally
in your
saving
nose.
lives.
She's going to a doctor.
So I had another friend who actually lost his lower half of his leg and literally like had to cut his leg off, had a
You know James Franco?
blood clot in it. No.
Oh, sorry.
And he
Bomb.
literally had to get shots of ketamine, and that is what saved his life. And now he's doing amazing because of it.
How did
Does
he?
he,
How
does
did
he
he
walk okay?
How did he? Well, probably.
Well, now he has his parasitic like foot.
how
lower
did
leg.
How did he lose his leg?
It just kept getting staph in it. It was like the
Oh,
most.
wow.
Yeah, he was like a basketball player, and then
Yeah.
there's just wild things that was going on. So yeah.
Happened a lot on my wrestling team in high
You
school.
want me to read it?
No, we're good.
No, yeah.
According to details of the rescue released in a medical journey Thursday, the boys were given unspecified doses of ketamine, also known as a party drug, Special K, by the rescue divers as they were taken out of the Thamlung, some Oriental name.
Jesus.
man.
Well, hold
So,
on. Thai,
wow.
Thai
It's not
Navy
an
SEAL.
Actually, that wasn't wrong.
No.
The cave can be Oriental.
Yeah.
People are not Oriental.
Yeah.
We're trying to teach Mason not to use slurs and
Yeah.
be racist.
It's
Yeah.
it's pretty wild.
Black people love me.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a all right.
They do too for me too.
It's okay. Moving on. Moving on.
You know,
Hey, you have a tour coming up, right? So, I mean, how big is this tour? How long is it? What
I
do
don't even know yet. I have no idea. Ketamine will tell me.
Ketamine
Yeah,
will
it
tell
will.
you.
Yeah.
You'll
right.
probably like sell out of helium after a night of K.
If this is how I find out fucking ketamine's the name of your manager, I'm gonna be pissed. He's over here talking about doing gaggers and like, hold on, ketamine's calling me. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. There's a lot going on. And I would say it's like, hey, I decided to go do something and didn't tell my team. And it was because of ketamine. No one really was about it. I am. And now I just happen to have mad success with it. So I'm like literally changing out my teams, creating new teams, different comedy people. Netflix was calling me today, like on a
Cool.
Sunday. It's just
awesome.
Me
it's-
too.
You
God
should call
dang.
him your ketamine.
Yeah, my ketamine.
That was a good one, dude.
And
There
I think
we
like
go.
that's like the beauty of ketamine. It's like, cool, you just rise higher, and everybody who just isn't for it just like bye. And I just feel like ketamine is like something that people need to tell like moms, trauma victims about. Like, stop sitting. Like, I'm also part of like a rape group, and like those. I mean, I used to like dwell in shit, and I'm like, yeah. Who gives a fuck? Go like get out of this group. Go do you, and like we'll meet up in court. Like I can't sit in sad ass groups anymore.
I heard that's a thing right now with therapy, right? Like people have been preaching therapy for years, right?
Yeah.
For, decades now. And now people are realizing like, oh, hey, we're just going over the same shit and I'm having to relive the same traumatic bullshit over and
Yeah.
over again. And it's
Over and
not
over.
fixing anything.
Just being sad together.
Also,
Yeah. And I can't do it anymore.
Well, you also, I used to work in a psychiatric facility for kids, and
Oh.
you're just surrounded by therapists all the time, and you kind of realize like, oh, you're just as fucked up as any of us.
I mean,
Yeah.
AA meetings suck, dude. I don't know if you've ever
Yeah.
been to an AA meeting, but you'll hear some sad shit in there.
sometimes you'll hear a funny story and you're like, I
Sometimes
gotta
you'll hear a
remember
funny
that.
story, yeah,
I
yeah.
think the thing about ketamine, though, honestly, I feel like the name of this episode is "The Boys Fix Ketamine," and
There ain't nothing to fix.
yeah, okay, maybe.
Ketamine's fixed it.
Yeah.
So
Then the sort is ketamine fixes the boys.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
like
probably
that.
what the middle schoolers need.
So I have.
Oh.
Oh man.
Well, if they ever get stuck in a cave, we'll give them some ketamine.
For
Stuck
sure.
in a bang gang or
Hey brother, they were already in a
Bang Gang Cave.
Hey brother, they were already in a cave. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Hell yeah, dude.
Stuck in a gangbang, they got to give them K to get out of there.
Hey dude, they're both damp and dark. You know what I'm talking about? Give me some of that tray. There it is, right there. All right, cool. Fuck me anyway. That's funny. But I do think like so. I have like a close connection to somebody who is in the DEA, right?
Okay.
And they go out and audit like laboratories and stuff like that for. It's like psilocybin, ketamine,
Yeah.
like, controlled substances. And I think we're going to start seeing in the future, like that old guard of like, oh, these are drugs, whatever, party drugs, psychedelics, all that's moving out and new people are getting in. And I think in the future, we're going to see like, I don't doubt in 15 years, it's going to be way less opioids and way more like, hey, here's psilocybin or hey, here's ketamine or LSD or something like that to fix what's going on with you for like trauma responses and things.
There's that doctor from Massachusetts that has the Molly treatment center that he started. Dubin, Dr. Dubin.
I need to look at that.
Yeah.
Why Molly? I feel like Molly has no.
So it's for depression.
Just sounds like a sweet girl,
Yeah.
a Molly.
Yeah, Molly.
No, it's a guy. He's been on Rogan like 4 or 5 times.
Fuck me. You didn't get that joke? About Molly? About being a girl? Like a sweet girl?
Molly's a girl.
Molly's a female's name?
Yeah, but why is that funny?
I mean,
Anyway.
how is that an antidepressant?
It's not. Yeah, the way Molly works in your brain is it like fucking releases all the good shit, like all the happy time chemical, and then when it's that's why you feel
Endorphins.
like shit the next day.
Well, yeah, you
Well,
dopamine
take some
dump.
triple C's,
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
And it's a dopamine dump.
Drink
is
a
what it
couple
is.
cranberry juice martinis, you'll be all right.
Oh my God.
I don't like the whole dump effect with anything. If there's a dump effect, I don't do it.
I got a dump effect every morning.
Jesus Christ.
Good
Fuck.
for you. You keep doing that.
Fuck me, dude. Oh my God. Farrah,
That's healthy. That's healthy.
do you want to talk a little bit more about your special?
I mean, I'm okay with. That's it.
How
I don't
long
really
is
need
it?
to. It's only 30 minutes.
That's great.
And
Perfect.
yeah, we have an opener who wasn't grateful.
Did
And
you say wasn't grateful?
yeah, wasn't grateful.
Say his name.
Drag his head.
Tracy Tornazzo.
Never heard of him, so fuck him. That guy stinks and we don't like you.
We're gonna watch. He's gonna be on Rogan next week. We're like,
I know.
I love you guys.
oh man.
But no, so I loved that for this comedy special. I loved that the Teen Mom producer stopped by, Dr. Drew, who I worked with for
Oh, that's
17
great.
years.
Drew-
stopped
Oh,
in.
you know Dr. Drew?
Yeah, he showed up to my comedy special with his wife.
That's so cool. He's so
Yeah.
nice. I met him at Vulcan.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
good.
like he lives here. Yeah.
No,
I think he's in LA.
so.
I think he's in
He's
LA,
LA,
specifically. Yeah.
Yeah,
He couldn't have been nicer.
that's good.
Oh.
He couldn't have been nicer on like the review of my show. So he said it was like amazing, and everyone said it's amazing, other than haters who are like,
Of course. Well,
"You
don't read the
bombed."
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm Middle Eastern. I don't care if I bombed. It's like, I don't care. It's good. It's bad.
You're Middle Eastern?
Yeah.
So you're not
Syrian.
naturally blonde?
No, my mom is though. You know, it's like the typical Middle Eastern like parents, right? You got like the Middle Eastern guy and then the Scandinavian woman with blonde hair. So
Oh,
that's,
gotcha.
Of
Okay.
that's my family.
And you said you're from Ohio?
Iowa.
Iowa.
As you can
Gotcha.
tell, Mason's not the best listener.
And like Omaha, Nebraska, Council Bluffs, Iowa, right on the Missouri River.
Oh,
so
love
the
that.
Big O, that kind of vibe. So that's
Cool.
what's up.
Big friend.
Yeah.
Dude. My never mind. Anyway, yeah, no, that's great.
So what is that timeline from doing ketamine and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna do stand up and start sharing these stories and doing that? Where did you go on stage the first time?
That is it.
The
Spearmint
special
Rhino.
is
The first one.
That's the very first time that we said that.
Headline
Is that a
did-
record?
That might be a record, dude.
First special for first time.
There was a guy. There was a. No, it was Pat McAfee was talking about doing that, but he chickened out. So
Yeah.
that's
Why?
Because he's a pussy.
'Cause he's a
No, I'm just
pussy.
kidding.
I wish someone could put on Pat. Who's Pat, or what does Pat look like?
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
I
He's
think Taylor might have had
He
to
was
leave.
he's on ESPN. He's played football.
He's a football guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Big,
He's
tall,
a
blonde
Barstool
dude.
Sports guy too.
Yeah.
I've noticed something from like watching comedy, like right before COVID is when like my friends were taking me to the Comedy Store in LA, and actually like Joe Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe was there
Who?
in LA.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, did I pronounce everyone's name wrong?
No, you're good. You're good.
So I saw it there, and I really wasn't like excited about comedy then. And then I think like again, the ketamine was just like, you know how to do it your own way, so just go do it.
Right.
Your own,
Love
like
that.
laugh your own way, do things your own way, like make money your own way. And I saw like, I don't know, it was like maybe I was nervous before COVID about this stuff because I like was simmering and thinking about it, but then I was just like, okay, so I don't really need to go like listen to anyone else who's been giving me all this advice that doesn't work for me. And I think like a lot of the female comics who were like, oh, just go like ask for 15 minutes at like this club and like name drop and stuff. Like that is not my style.
Slimy. It's a little slimy to do that, in my
You
opinion.
made your own stage time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the
Yeah.
world is
That's awesome.
very different now.
Right.
A lot of we have to make our own stage time sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a very like
I just feel like, go create your freaking tower that you want.
Build
and-
your own thing.
And like bring people along with and make them money. And that's just kind of what I've had to do. If I've ever had to ask anyone for anything, they act like I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. So I am like, cool, I'll just show you what I'm doing. And if you want some money too, you hop right on it. And half the time, everyone who does not hop on money, I've just realized like from doing Teen Mom so long and they're still doing Teen Mom and like tanking on ratings and like losing money, I just believe in doing something like greater with anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's also like why, especially someone in your situation, why on earth would you go ask someone for something when you can create it for yourself?
Yeah, when you have
Yeah.
the means to do it,
Yeah,
right? Like for us,
exactly.
it's a lot harder, right? Because we're
Yeah.
scratching by trying to do stuff like that. But
But
yeah,
we're doing that now. We're creating.
But,
We're doing now.
but that's
Well, you have your podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like, I'm just like,
exactly.
you just create your thing.
exactly, and
Yeah.
how you did your specials is such a comic viewpoint too. Of like, you know what, fuck 'em.
fuck it. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
what I think's funny. Yeah.
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 So don't let anybody ever tell you, oh, you know, this isn't how you're supposed to do it, because Rory Scovel, who's
the man.
Love Rory Scovel so much. He talks about there's a story about this guy comes up to him after a show and he goes, hey man, let me just buy you drinks and let me just talk to you about comedy, like an open mic. And he's like, all right, cool. And like 15 minutes in the conversation, Rory like stops him from asking all these questions. He goes, hey man, there's no fucking rules to this.
You're right.
There's
no
no
one way.
There's no one right way to do this, and how you do it is not how we're gonna do it or how anybody else does it. So fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I love
Everyone's
that.
got to figure out their own ketamines.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. I'll give you.
Second ketamine pun.
I'll give you that one,
we'll
dude.
give you that
You
one.
piece of shit. I love it, dude.
I do feel like some comedians do need to do ketamine.
Oh yeah.
They would be-
yeah,
they
we're
would
all
be-
psychos.
Yeah, they would be way better at their comedy stuff. So like literally the woman who I gave like the opening mic opportunity to, she literally like yesterday, once I sent her the video, was like, I need you to take that out because my agent's shopping it. Keep in mind, I've never seen her agent or anything. And she knew from the jump, like she wasn't getting paid. She was stopping by. It was supposed to be 2 minutes. She ended up doing 10 minutes. And so in the opening on YouTube, you'll see the opening mic person. And I think like she actually was so embarrassed of how bad she did that she wanted it removed.
I could see that. I mean, I can
But
understand
I
that.
have to say, like, no takesies, backsies.
Yeah. Well, it's like, well,
Takes his backseat.
no, if you're gonna record it,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't be an Indian giver, you know?
You know, holy shit, Mason.
Damn it,
That's
Mason.
a term we grew up with.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a whole bunch of terms you grew up with that we're not allowed to say anymore.
Well, those ones we don't say out loud unless you're
Yeah.
home alone, you know? And the Uber Eats
When your
guy
Uber Eats
fucks
guy's
up the order.
yeah.
It's so crazy
Hey,
how
we-
he grew up saying a lot of because I grew up with like boy cousins
Mm.
and the crazy stuff we used to do. Oh yeah, I had to like apologize on Celebrity Big Brother UK for like saying a word we all used to joke around about and like
What was the word?
The R word.
Oh yeah.
Retarded?
Retarded?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Oh,
We're all
yeah,
retarded.
retard's back.
It's
Yeah,
back.
retard, faggot,
is
it's
boy.
all back.
Hey, dude,
Retard
retard's
is
back,
back.
and you know what else is back? We're so fucking back, baby, dude. We're
We're
back.
so back.
Dude, it's
I wish Taylor would come back so we could look some stuff up.
Oh my god. Taylor had to go, dude. Taylor's gone.
So he is gone.
Oh, my bad.
Just us, dude.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry about being.
We're fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
It's not. No,
It's no big deal.
He's bad at planning.
I'll tell you this. This is probably the first podcast that
It's
one
Sunday.
of one of us is not late. So we were
Oh,
like, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, we were all we're just like no, we even were like I was like everybody be here on time. Let's be fucking professional about it.
And then here I am. Oh God.
Well, your nails got to get done.
Nails got to get done. Yeah.
Yeah, my GPS had to take me like 30 minutes the wrong way.
Hey,
so I don't
Do
know.
you live here?
Yeah. So here's the crazy thing. I know it sounds
What's
nuts.
your address?
Okay.
No, it literally
camera.
said. Okay, so like legit, if I didn't go by my map, I probably could have been here in like 8 minutes, and instead it took me like 20 minutes the wrong direction. So it's like just I don't even know.
It's no big
'cause
deal.
GPS, I've noticed this. They want you to go by things that you'll buy.
Oh, okay, like the interstate.
I think it's a conspiracy.
Like, Mason-
all right.
like, for
So
example-
you saying that is because you think that, or
I think it's happening.
No, you told me about this one time. Like, for example, Mason's direction's always taken by his ketamine dealer.
yeah, I get it.
It's always like, it always
I'm the
takes him-
ketamine dealer.
It always takes
I'll
him by
tell you what's
Shiloh's
the
house.
fucking
dude.
worst, man. Like I've got the CarPlay in my truck, and when I plug it in, it'll like give you suggestions based on places you go. And that dude, mine, I got really,
Whataburger, Burger King.
yeah.
best.
Every time I get in this motherfucker, it's just like
Taco
the
Bell.
closest. It's like the closest Olive Garden's 3 minutes
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
this
my
guy-
god, dude.
I love
Dude,
a good food run.
So I'm like the ketamine guy. Like I introduce a lot of comics to ketamine.
Really, you should do boatloads.
But I do.
Put
I
'em
do.
in there.
And
here's
they either love it or they fucking hate it. And they wish I
here's
would
the
have
bad
never
part.
done
Farrah,
it.
listen to this, okay? I've had
Really?
comics come up to me. They're like, "Hey, do you know Mason?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's one of my best friends." He goes, "I did ketamine with that guy this weekend, and it was terrifying."
terrifying.
So what he does is
I
he
give
does,
him the dog. We put on Bullet Train.
Yeah.
We have a good time.
he puts on Bullet Train. He puts fucking box fans everywhere. Chalks out what he likes to call a gagger.
Yeah.
Okay, a fucking rail the size
It's
of
a
my
Mason
fucking middle.
line.
Yeah, it's a Mason line, and he goes, "Here you go." And the guy goes, "Am I supposed to do this?" He goes, "Yep, both of them." And then he does it, and then he goes, "I woke up," and Mason's like, "We're gonna be fine, dude. Don't worry about it."
No, I say you want to do it again.
Oh my God. Yeah. How long does that last? 2 hours?
45 minutes. If you only do one, it lasts about 45 minutes. But I like to keep doing it, so I usually make it last like 3 hours.
So I think I have like 185 milligrams. How do you measure yours?
With a card.
Yeah, like
He does it about 2 credit card lengths. Yeah.
Okay.
I do. They're about that big.
Biggins. Yeah, real
Gaggers.
biggins. Real gagger.
And you're snorting it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes he boofs it.
No, that's not true.
He'll boof it. You would never boof ketamine?
No, I wouldn't boof anything. I don't like my butthole.
You know what? A lady on the comedy special of mine, she did say she did it with her booty hole
Yeah.
in the special. So
I mean, a lot of girls. So I used to go to a lot of music festivals,
I don't know.
and these girls would like lick their finger and like put Molly on it and then put it up their butt.
Yeah.
The placebo effect? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've never done it.
Placebo.
I stay away from my butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. His boyfriend doesn't, but he does.
yeah,
His boyfriend's in there.
The only thing that goes in my butt is my bidet. When
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
yeah, you
Oh
big
my-
bidet girl,
Yeah.
are you? Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I love a bidet. Do you like warm or cold water?
I mean, I'm great with warm. I like things hot.
See, okay, fair enough.
Some people like cold. So yeah, just
Scared the shit out of me the first time I did one. It was fucked up. dude.
I've still never used one, and
It's the best.
I can't
dude.
do it.
It's
man.
the best.
I don't know.
So
in Dubai, it just comes automatic.
yeah, so I have a millionaire friend that lives in Boston who I stayed in his guest house, and he had a heated. The seats always heated,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's warm water. And I like the cold water. It helps
Okay.
with the hemorrhoids.
Okay.
Oh,
anyway,
really?
we're moving past this
Yeah,
right now.
that's important. You guys should fix that for America.
Yeah,
Oh, we've been trying to fix Mason's hemorrhoids
For years.
6
they don't
months
call them
now.
sheroids.
Man, I have no idea.
Holy
Do
fucking
you do you
shit.
have a lot of caffeine?
No, I don't actually drink soda.
So no coffee?
I do sparkling water, and I don't like coffee.
Sparkling water,
Yeah.
about 7 gallons of beer a day
Yeah.
is Mason's diet.
I also love White Claws too.
Yeah. What do you call
I think
them?
it could just be the
White
alcohol.
Claws?
Yeah. What do you call them? breakfast beers.
Oh, breakfast beers.
Breakfast
Those
beers.
are what I drink when I wake up.
Yeah.
Did your doctor say certain kinds of alcohol?
His what? His what?
You think I got insurance?
His
I
ex.
can't go anywhere without insurance.
My ex-wife is my doctor. She's a
Holy
nurse practitioner.
His ex-wife's a nurse. Yeah.
Not
Love
why'd you
her.
do? She's a nurse practitioner.
I know,
she is
no.
one.
Yeah.
She's the Keta Queen, I call her.
The Keta Queen?
Yeah.
Queen?
Good.
Yeah. Number 3
Jesus.
pun on ketamine.
All right, dude. We're not keeping track
I
of this
love
podcast.
ketamine.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we could tell. Yeah, you guys have been talking about it for about 45 minutes now.
I'm like,
I love.
When did you start using it? When did you start doing ketamine therapy?
so it was December of last year. So it's not
Oh,
been.
less than 6
And
months.
now you
yeah.
have a fucking comedy special out.
I
Look
got
at
a
that.
whole new career.
Yeah, it's awesome.
that fucking rules.
And all my bosses who fired me showed up to the show.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, here's a question I had for you. So, you know how you said
And I didn't even care.
you got about my question?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Probably.
I care about the question.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So, you know how
okay.
you got pregnant at 16?
We remember.
And then
You remember?
And then you remember?
Remember?
Member?
Remember when he got pregnant at 16?
I member.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, she knows about the member.
Remember me?
Yeah, dude. Farrah's in on it, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
So you got on that show. Have you ever had like a real job, like a job?
I am the real job.
No, you know what I mean. Like,
Like
if
a
you ever
normal
worked
job.
at like a Hardee's or something.
Yeah. So like lots of people saw me in 16 and Pregnant, the beginning of season's Teen Mom, when I like literally said to the show, like, you're not paying me. I don't take days off.
You didn't get paid?
Oh, they were paying, but like, look, it takes a lot
Did they give
to
you?
get this going. Okay.
Did they
Yeah.
give you a Coogan account for that?
What's a Coogan?
For children.
No, for you during Teen Mom. Did you have a like when they paid you? Did you have money in a Coogan account?
A Coogan account. How are you using this? I believe it's for children.
So a Coogan account is for anybody under the age of 18 that's working in the entertainment business. That money is only allowed to them, and they get access to it when they turn 18. It was actually named after. Remember the Tramp? You ever seen that movie? The old like Charlie Chaplin movie.
Yes.
That little kid, his last name was Coogan. Made all that money, and his parents stole it.
Yes.
So they made a law that says if you're a child in entertainment, you have to have this account.
Well, that was going on before. I also got in a car accident when I was like 5, and all that money got stolen from my parents. But
Jeez.
that was so yeah. There's a whole lot.
Was it your fault?
The car
When she
accident when
was
she was
five?
5.
Oh.
No, that was a trucker get hit by a semi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Mason's real bad at listening. I'm
And I'm
so
alive.
sorry. There we
Yeah,
go, dude.
So, Ray John. What was the question? Oh, and I did not get a Coogan account, but I did make one for my daughter.
Perfect. That's great.
nice.
That's
Is
awesome.
she
So,
in entertainment too?
Yeah, she was what got me famous. Hello, 16
Oh, yeah.
and pregnant.
So she was
Oh,
on
I
the show
see.
too, technically.
Duh.
Get it?
She was behind the scenes.
Yes, she was BTS.
Yeah, dude. She was her inside man, if you know what I'm talking about.
Legit.
That's cool. How is she like? I mean, she's obviously been around this her entire life.
Yeah,
right? It's the spotlight.
born on it.
Is she? I mean, has she adjusted pretty well? She seems like a good kid. I mean, I don't know her. I mean,
Yeah, my daughter is great. I would say, again, if you know how to do like child development, and I also was like, I need to heal myself the majority of my life. So yeah, when you're healing yourself, you're doing it for your child. It's your child or children are going to turn out amazing.
Do they give you? I mean, with a show like 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom, like, are they giving you like good resources as far as like helping you become a mom?
prenatal anything?
Well, no,
Or would
like
you-
that.
or
I just
would you
mean from
say-
a psychological standpoint. Is there anybody giving you any rules, or
Just
I mean,
shoving
it's TV. Do they want the chaos? Like they want?
they want the chaos.
shit
Because
show.
they're exploiting, kind of.
Oh yeah, very
Yeah.
very much. Yeah.
So I learned from after like being fired, moving on from the show. I brought up in one of our meetings. I said, "Hey, there needs to be like a center, or like I was even trying to like figure out the words in this meeting.
An advocate.
Yeah, I was like, because leaving the show and like you guys wanting me to come back, I'm like, there needs to be something in place for like the other moms. And I was just kind of talking to them, and I ended up coming back, was all over commercials again, got attacked viciously again. And then they finally were like, oh, we'll send you to a trauma center. But honestly, I should have been sent to a trauma center at 16, when I was 16, not when I was like 30.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So I think that's why I look at the show now and I'm just like, dude, we did a disservice to all those children, not my daughter, but all those other children who are a part of that. That is such a disservice. You can say, oh, we helped the unfortunate and give them money. And then what? They're like owing hundreds of thousands of dollars, losing their houses and stuff.
Right.
You can throw money at a problem, but as we all know, it doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor. It matters if you know the education of the 12-step principles, and that's it.
Right.
Oh, are you in the program?
I don't even know. I'm
gotcha.
like, I just use 12-step principles. A lot of people are like, again, you were asking, am I triggered by alcohol? So I actually hate alcohol.
I was joking.
Oh, no. But
Because I was going to drink regardless.
Yeah,
so.
drink, do your thing. I don't even care. But like, there's 12-step principles of finances. There's 12-step principles of relationships. So that's what I've taught my daughter as I was learning it. And we just keep doing those things. And I think like children of those who have addictions, they only think 12 steps is for alcohol or drug issues, but it's actually like anxiety, anger.
Right.
Those are the real things. It's like things that children are going through right now too. And I think that's what my daughter clearly sees. It's not about the substance of which you grab. It's about the whole thing inside going on that needs to like have 12-step principles. Like I take like Zoom dates when I don't go on real dates. And I've had like a gentleman be like, oh, my life is just kind of like all over right now. And I just don't know how to balance. And I'm like, okay, so 12-step principles, if you know like you're getting off a little bit, just hop right back and like you know who you are again. So I just feel like kids, everybody needs to have that. Teen Mom should be giving that to everyone.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think, when life gets super chaotic, I mean, just having some sort of driving principle.
A guide.
Or like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Well, one of the parts of it, of the 12 steps, if I'm not mistaken, is a higher power, right? Believe in something. And that doesn't necessarily have to be God or, any other deity. What would you say was the higher power that helps you with that?
Yeah. So I was at a trauma center. It was based in the 12 steps. It was about God there.
Okay.
I have to say it like this. I believe in God. There was 40 men when I was there and only 3 other women when I was in this thing. On the last day when I graduated with a couple other people, a gentleman was like trying to commit suicide. He goes, I want what Farrah has. I'm so envious of her. I want to understand like why she's so happy, why she's good. And I just literally said, I believe in Jesus and God. Like I'm Christian. This is what's up. I've been living this whole world like this. And I need to just like focus on that. And some of my friends, they thought their higher power was themselves. They were still homeless when they got out. They're still calling me. I just had like so many of them that I graduated with at that trauma center call me this week. And it was still about their egos. It was still about all that stuff.
Right.
And I was like, y'all, do you know that I have a schedule? I love that you called, but this is so in your own ego. It has nothing to do with me. You don't even need to talk to me. You could go talk to the wall and not call me. And so I'm super honest with the people who saw me be real in that center. There's no niceness when people call me. There's just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
Isn't that so weird when you don't hear from somebody in a long time and then they hit you up and they try to do that small talk bullshit like, hey, what's like,
how
like
you
what
been?
what do you want,
like,
dude?
what-
Yeah, what are we
Tell
doing?
me the story you want to tell.
Ask me for
Yeah.
the money that you're asking
Yeah,
for,
for
and,
sure, yeah.
and then let me tell you no.
Yeah.
That's what I had to do with my family.
Give me your pitch. Let me hear it, dude. Yeah. Holy
What do you
shit.
got? Let's hear it. Still no.
It's a still no.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's been the funniest part about moving here. So I'm from like this little small town in Tennessee. Is people?
Tennessee.
Yeah, hell yeah. People, and I'm sure you get like we all get this. Like
No
people,
one asks me for money.
People,
I don't have any
people
money.
hit.
we know.
when I was doing when I was like on Kill Tony, people were hitting me up being like, "Hey man, me and my mom are just having a rough time right now." I'm like, dude, they pulled my name out of a bucket.
Yeah.
Like,
You think I got paid? You think
they-
I got paid to do a minute?
They're like, well, you've been on the show 7 or 8 times.
you
I'm
must
like,
be rich.
Yeah, right. I'm like, do you understand? I put the bags in I put the phones in bags.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when this was
For
over,
the
I
show.
stacked these chairs.
Yeah, they paid me $15 an hour just to stand there.
Dude,
You
I
were
ran,
getting 15?
dude, I ran into a lot of that when I came back from LA when I was a kid. Other kids were like what? Like it was. So I was a child actor, right? And then
Pull that up. Oh, wait, he's gone.
no, you don't want to see it. It's all right. So it was one of the same deals. Like I took acting classes and stuff. I got an agent, a manager, moved out to LA for like a year and a half, booked a bunch of stuff. I was doing great. The only reason we were able to stay out there was my dad had a construction business.
Okay.
And in 2008, the housing market crashed.
Yeah.
And so my dad's construction business was like, oh, can't keep him out there.
Yep.
So I had to move back, but as a kid, I didn't understand that, right? I thought it was just like, oh, I just was bad at acting or whatever. I don't know. And then when I came home, everyone's like, well, why are you here? Do you have money? Like, it's
Yeah, I thought you were out in Hollywood.
yeah, there was a few times when people were like, hey, could you? I was like, no, I'm a kid, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, And I mean, that's just a small glimpse of what being in the entertainment business kind of does to people. And I can only imagine how, what you've gone through and your experiences with that. And good on you for being strong and being, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've
Killing
sustained it for 16 years.
Even without that Eugene account, too.
The what? Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. Again, like the 12-step thing, they literally say like we do not ask each other for money, favors, none of that. And I
Right.
think like that is authentic to what life needs to be. And everything that I've created for myself, I'm very proud of because I did it myself and no one else helped me.
Yeah, and that's a position of fuck you. Like you don't owe anybody anything. This is all your shit, which is great.
And you've continued that now into comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, to go, I'm not asking anybody for a fucking guest spot at the store. Fuck that.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're there.
If we're gonna do,
Yeah.
let's film a special at an unconventional venue. It kind of rules. I kind of love it.
What?
And I got paid way more than any comedian gets paid. So it's like
They gave you 4 drinks instead of 2. That's what's up,
And
Well,
did
I
you
don't
get the chicken
drink.
tendies?
nope, there's no kitchen.
dude. Dude, the best burger at a strip club
Wires
in Oklahoma
only.
City. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I love legs and eggs.
It's a real place, isn't it? In Boston.
No, it was at the Foxy Lady in Providence, Rhode Island.
Good
Oh my God, I
God.
love that.
Yeah, we would
Legs
go
and
there.
eggs.
We would go there after a night of cocaine. And it was literally called Legs and Eggs, and there was a full buffet.
Hell
There'd
yeah.
be old men eating steak and eggs, watching titties.
More like a butt fay. You know what I'm talking about? Dude? Hell yeah.
That's how you do Rhode Island.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Let me someone ask
You
you this.
been there?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you have?
I've been everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
she's talking about being in Dubai, and you're like,
You been to Rhode Island?
I love it all.
But specifically, you've been to Legs and Eggs?
No, not that exact spot, but I love Rhode Island. I like all of
It's
that
beautiful.
East Coast.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm from Boston, so it's great.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I spent my entire
You're not.
summer in Cape Cod.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Cape Cod's beautiful.
Hey, so for your tour, are all the venues going to be strip clubs or gentleman clubs or anything
No.
like that?
So
That'd be
I hope
awesome.
I hope they're going to be arenas. I actually feel like I need thousands of people, and so I'm working on huge venues or
Yeah.
creating them.
Well, you're not going to try to start in clubs? You're just going to skip that, do theaters?
I think theaters are way better for
I
comedy.
mean,
I
to
think.
sell as many tickets as you can.
Yeah,
I
get
mean,
it.
That's
Yeah. So bigger the better for me. So I'm used to like being booked for like appearances in nightclubs. So like I was making money of just showing up. I think the whole comedy market is like not doing business properly because they're not paying people. And so when I see that as a business person, I'm like, okay, I need to go either rent out like, I don't know, a city hall, a music
Right,
hall,
right.
a theater, a huge ass arena. And I need to go get with like Live Nation and like tour that. So that's what I look at when I do business stuff. I cannot see myself like I will stop through if I know I haven't done something before and I really want to do it. Like I never hosted or was like on a panel for a roast battle for a night, and I had never been into Mothership, so I was like, why not? So yeah, I just stopped in, but I don't really foresee me cheapening my value and my brand that I've worked so hard to make a lot of money off of.
Do you have a podcast?
I do like a limited podcast with my daughter. It's called Fearlessly Female. It's just on our
cool.
YouTube subscriptions.
Fun. Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
not like a weekly thing.
No, we just do like a whole batch. I put it on our subscriptions, and it's really just practicing 12-step principles with my daughter and great communication.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like if moms and children want to see that and like see how to work it in, done.
I got a midnight show next month at Vulcan
Midnight.
Gas Co. No,
Midnight show.
You want to stop in and do a type 5 minutes real quick?
I'll throw you on.
I'll throw you on.
I don't know where that is.
It's right next to
it's
the
right-
mothership.
It's right down the road from others. It's right.
It's just one of the. What's one of the clubs?
It's on the
downtown.
next block. It's great. Yeah.
It's
Shout
been
out.
There'll be a whole. What'd you have there this Saturday?
35 people.
No, I had almost 40.
Okay,
It was
so
like
35.
38, 39.
Okay.
Well,
It
that's
was
awesome,
free.
though.
No,
Yeah.
we've been there at midnight for. That's the
Hey,
thing.
it's a fun show.
It is a good-
Midnight Mass. Check it out on VulcanGasCompany.com.
I will.
I'm half joking, but also if you are around, of course you could.
Yeah.
Pop
Yeah.
on, dress up.
Pop on by.
I can't pay you, but
Yeah.
No, it's totally fine. Look, I am understanding where comedians are coming from, but it is very hard as a business person to come in like that.
absolutely
For sure. Yeah.
What's definitely
Yeah.
well, like we're friends with. Do you know Uncle Laser? Have you met Laser yet?
I've heard of that name.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with things.
You'd know him if you saw him.
Yeah,
Okay.
He looks
he's,
insane.
he's a nightmare. He's our good buddy. he's a crazy
Awesome.
person though. But he's a guy that has a very similar route to you in the sense that he had never done stand up before and was just this big personality with the social media following, and then immediately he goes from nothing to being a nationally touring
with
headliner
an
Yeah.
agent.
and an agent and caught so much shit. I think comedians, we get wrapped up in this bullshit of like there's the old school way of doing it, the right way of doing things.
Open mics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to grind and whatever.
Got to be shitty for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you watch Laser do an hour now, and he crushes. I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
check
his
out
audience,
his stuff.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm
To
gonna
be
check
fair.
out that, but I don't believe in. I don't know if ketamine. I don't believe in doing the hard way for things. Like ketamine doesn't make me feel like I gotta go struggle.
Yeah.
Well,
Ketamine's
we're
like,
on a little
go
different
high.
path than,
Yeah,
than you are.
Yeah, we're all.
Not to be rude, but
Yeah.
we're,
We have fallen into the rut of that. Like
Yeah.
we just chose.
we get lucky when it's like, so Casey Rocket brings me on, and Trey, like we
Yeah.
go open for Casey Rocket occasionally.
Okay.
And that's like, I just got to go do Alaska. I headlined 2 shows.
Oh my God, they keep
Like,
saying, come to Alaska. I love Alaska.
I actually, they would I could put you in touch with that guy. He would love to have you.
First woman they've seen in 40 days.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
When
But,
I
I
was
did
booked,
my-
when I was booked out there for nightclubs in Anchorage, dude, it was wild.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they
They're
had
nuts.
never seen
Yeah.
people before.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, it's a woman.
Oh, yeah.
It is so.
we had a good time.
Oh, I loved
Did
it.
you?
I smoked
Yeah.
some of the best weed. I did fucking some of the best dabs I've ever had.
God.
It was
My
awesome.
God, dude.
So does
Had a great
comedy?
time.
Okay, so all of us have our own versions of comedy. I can just sense it.
Sure, yeah.
Well, we kind of got all this.
we got it.
We're 3 dumb rednecks. But
Yeah.
Look, I come from rednecks. I am like, how do you quantify your comedy career? Like, you like to do dabs and drugs.
Lucky to be here.
Oh my God, we are all lucky to be here. But like, I quantify it as going bigger and better in my touring that I already did do, and I see like I can make comedy jump to that. I don't do drugs, obviously, or drink or anything, so I have to just go for money. Something's got to light me up. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I think we all see comedy as we have to do it.
it's yeah.
If-
it's a
I left my
sickness.
wife for this. Like,
Yeah.
if this doesn't
God.
work,
leave. Yeah.
I left
I
a
mean,
girl. I left a girl in Oklahoma for this. Like
Yeah,
Trey
my-
left a
a
whole
family,
a
yeah.
family in Tennessee.
we're so involved in this that we were willing to uproot our whole lives to move here
To-
and hope that this fucking happens.
this is my 10th year being a
podcast-
comedian.
I love that.
It's insane.
This
Yeah.
podcast has given me hope
yeah.
Right.
that it's gonna actually maybe work.
Good.
Good man.
Yeah.
Other than
I'm
that,
glad we're doing that.
like
You've
I
never
would-
never told us that before. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
That
What
was
the
really
fuck?
yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm glad that yeah.
Farrah comes in, you start opening up. What the fuck, dude?
Well, I
Oh
didn't
no,
know.
the friendship that's developed here has been the
Yeah.
craziest thing to ever.
She's
see.
gonna be petting Bill doing gaggers in a week. Dude.
You want to meet my dog? His
No.
name is Bill Hicks.
I gotta have someone taking my blood pressure.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
you-
I got a blood pressure machine.
Don't
I know,
don't
but
let him. Anyway,
I gotta have doctors.
Yeah.
yeah.
My ex-wife's a
Yeah, call
doctor.
Carrie.
She's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
Come to Heading Health.
she would actually. You would fucking love Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie would love me.
Oh, you guys would get along so great.
Yes.
It has been cool. Like we've had a few guests on now, but like, dude, my mom famously is a nightmare. Her name's
Okay.
Tammy.
So is Deborah. I don't know if you guys have seen Teen Mom, but Deborah, my mom, she's famously a nightmare.
Do you
as well.
call her Deborah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my mom tattoo. It says
I will never.
Tammy and
I will
Shout out,
never
Janice.
tattoo my
Shout out,
mom on
Anna.
me, but I think that's next level. Good on you.
Yeah.
Tammy's famously a nightmare. And dude,
What?
Tammy, I've said, and I mean this, like I could get married in my backyard, in their backyard. I don't know if she would come. Like she just, Tammy
I hope my mom does not ever come. I'm actually waiting to get married so everyone can die and not
Perfect. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I just have to outlive my ex's parents. That way she'll get back together with me.
Yeah.
Hold the fucking phone. What?
Outlive
Why are
them.
we?
Because she wants me to talk to him, and I'm scared.
Okay.
Oh, this is you being a pussy. Oh, okay, I get you.
Okay.
Never
I
mind.
thought
Yeah.
you meant that they had like split you up like Romeo. and Juliet style.
Scared of what? I have no fear anymore.
So like when Carrie first like kicked me out, I just like ghosted. I just like left.
Well, you got kicked out. Maybe that's the fear.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the fear is I just I don't know how to face him at
gotta
this
live
point. You
with
know what I
the
mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like I just don't know what to do.
Okay, so what about Tammy?
I forgot why I brought up Tammy.
Oh, she's a nightmare. You
She
said.
is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But
We
I
got
can't
some
remember where-
famous nightmare moms.
I know. Oh my god. That's what I was about to say. Is
Yes.
like with like Tammy is famously like just the worst person on earth. She is. Hey, Mama, if you were here, I'd say it to your face. But
Yeah, I don't fake the funk as well with mine.
Dude, my mom.
I don't. You can't.
My mom's the type of person that will get online and just I miss my baby boy. And then and all this bullshit, and then I'll go home and she won't speak to me.
Oh,
You
no.
sneakily went home, and then she didn't talk to you for 5 days.
For 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Drove 16 hours, surprised him for Christmas, and she was like, "I'm so happy you're here." And then just I'm like, "Oh, you want to go?
Yeah.
Let's go get lunch or something." No,
No.
not happening.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you buying?"
Yeah. The last
exactly.
time, okay, so the last time I saw Deborah, she came out for my 30th birthday and then ended up leaving right after my birthday party off of a yacht and was like crazy on the boat. And then she just was like, "Come give me my stuff. Take all my stuff out of your washer and dryer. I'm going to stay across." And then she didn't want to stay across to another hotel. And then she, I guess, drove all night back home. And I just said, "Hey, I like cannot do this anymore. Like, you didn't want to come out to see me. You wanted to take it over and ruin it. And like, my daughter doesn't want you here." Like, so yeah, I just,
Narcissistic parents.
You had a washer and
Narcissist-
dryer on the yacht?
That's what you took away from the fucking story, Mason?
that's, yeah. We had a couple different locations.
I did Yacht Week, so I'm aware.
Yeah, I love Yacht Week.
Yeah, it was fun.
Have you been on Below Deck?
Like the show?
Yeah, you could just go be on Below Deck.
Like say, "Hey, can I be on the show?"
Yeah, just like go do a casting and get on that shit.
Oh no, I didn't like it that much.
Oh.
I would do
Jesus
it for
Christ.
money though.
Yeah, they pay people.
buddy.
Yeah, I would do
Mason,
that.
we need to start submitting you for auditions.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just gets you on something.
It's
And
be
even
fun.
like you could be a comedian on a yacht, on a cruise. Like why
I
don't
would
you
be
go
a cruise
see,
comic, no problem.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
Cruise
You couldn't.
comic.
You couldn't. You couldn't be a cruise
you gotta
comic.
work. You gotta work.
I'd
Gotta
be
work.
a booze comic, dude.
Jesus Christ. Well, Farrah,
Yes.
hey, we're about out of time, but here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna ask you a couple quick questions. All right.
Okay.
For anybody who is a teen mom, right? Do you have any advice for a young woman who has found herself in this situation and she's scared?
Yeah, there's no reason to be scared. Love every moment and time that you are a parent. We cannot hate anything that we create. It will cause a lot of like trauma and issues. So again, I love that I'm a young parent. I love that I've had my daughter, and now I'm like starting a whole other career. So it's like it's good to be a young parent.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And now you get to be her best friend.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. All right, guys. Guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you watching it. Guys, give Farrah Abraham
you
one more time.
Yeah.
Hey,
Farrah, do you have
beat the mic.
Beat the mic.
Do you have plugs?
Yeah,
I mean,
we-
obviously we're plugging the special, but like, where can everybody find you
Yeah,
online?
just Instagram, Farrah Abraham, and I'd love to just post stuff up there, I'll just blast it when it's ready, you know?
Where can they watch your special at?
YouTube, my Farrah Abraham YouTube channel. I thought that was the best place where it should live.
Perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, check
And what
it
was
out.
it called though?
Diary of a Teen Mom.
Perfect.
Nice.
So at the end of the episode, we do a little recap on it, and then we'll do an outro. Sound good?
Yeah.
Guys, Banjos, listen, if you find yourself in a situation where you have a kid, just love the shit out of them. Spend every moment you can. Don't take anything for granted. And just remember,
don't be a Tammy
don't,
or a Deborah.
Don't be
Yeah.
a Tammy or a Deborah.
Be a
Guys,
Janice.
be a Janice.
be a Janice or an Anna.
Yeah.
Guys,
Your mama loves
Love
you
ya.
too much.
Banjos, thank you so much. We appreciate it, Farrah. You've been awesome.
Thank you so
you
much.
guys.
Thank you for coming.
Oh my God.
Well, folks, now here we go. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Drooling Banjo.